Hey, hey. Hi, fellow old farts. How are you? We are just getting ready to get another show going. It's been 3 weeks since I've done a show. We've had a variety of obstacles in our way here. There we go. Okay, that's muted. Okay. So we've had a variety of obstacles in our way for the last 2 weeks, but today we're back. Today is kind of a full day, and it's also going to be a short day. I do need to depart a few minutes before an hour here, so we're not going to carry on all afternoon today, but there's lots of great shows to watch after this. If you're looking, I know those guys in New York are on, and I think Bill Thomas is on at 5:30, and I think there's a variety of great drone shows out there to watch. But today, I'm really honored that today. Through some circumstances surrounding our drone cruise that's coming up here in next year, September of 26, this next drone cruise, we got in contact with the droning company, and I was able to indirectly meet Stuart Smith from the droning company, who is the founder and creator of the droning company, and it was a great conversation. We both are. I have a somewhat rock and roll history in my life, and Stuart is still fulfilling the rock and roll life, and neither one of us have given up the guitar, but he's way better than anything I've ever come close to. So that's I just want to say that up front. But Stuart has started the droning company, and some of you know John McBride. And John McBride has left Autel, and he's now full time at the droning company and making this into a big success. So I got a chance to ask him to be on the show, and today's the day. So without any further ado, let me welcome Stuart Smith onto the Old Fart Talk Show here. Hi, Stuart.
Hi, everyone.
Hey, thank you for coming on. Thank you. So we usually when I bring a guest on, I have to I pry out of them a little bit to say, hey, give our audience just a little bit of your history and tell us kind of how you got around, and then how when did you retire, did you not retire, what are you doing, and how did you find drones, and what are you doing, how did you get into drones? So that's usually the MO, but today I think we got a little different situation here. What would you like to start with, Stuart?
Well, I can give everyone a bit of history how the droning company got started. Most of my life I've been all of my life I've been a guitarist, just touring the world and recording. I was originally classically trained and then taught by Richie Blackmore from Deep Purple, and then played with various bands around Europe, came out here to Los Angeles went to Long Island first in 1983, and then moved to Los Angeles in 1986, and I've been here ever since, and ended up playing with Keith Emerson in a band from Emerson, Lake and Palmer. Then with Sweet.which did Ballroom Blitz and Fox on the Run and Love Is Like Oxygen, and then for my own band Heaven and Earth, and we have 5 albums out. That's Richie and I.
There's Richie and Stuart.
Yeah.
How long ago was that?
That was 1984.
Oh my.
Yeah, when I first moved over to Long Island, Richie was the one who persuaded me to come over, because
Yeah.
England, England, Europe, in comparison, are very small, and unless you play the sort of music that's in fashion, you're struggling. And at the time, it was all dance music and Duran Duran. So
Yeah.
I moved. I moved
Hey.
over to Long Island and formed a band there. And then Richie would help us out by playing with us. So we'd go and do a set, and then Richie would get up with us for about 45 minutes, and
Yeah.
we'd have huge audiences. So anyway, eventually moved to Los Angeles, and was playing with Sweet and then Heaven and Earth. And about 4 years ago, brought out the fifth album with Heaven and Earth, and we had a world tour planned. And about 2 weeks before we were due to go, COVID hit, and everything got cancelled. And as I'm supporting the most expensive creature in the world, a teenage daughter.
Of course, yes, I know. I had a teenage son. Yeah.
Yeah. So I basically thought, well, I can't sit around doing nothing. And I'd been flying drones for a couple of years. I talked to other drone pilots, and I looked at these job agencies that out there, and I was amazed at the amount of commission they were taking from pilots. So
I mean, it's, they'd say, you get like $20 a job, I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah. So I formed the droning company as a platform where pilots pay us a $10 a month subscription to host a profile on their page, which has their service area, what equipment they have, what skills they have, videos, and all this kind of thing. And then when it's searchable by the public looking to hire drone pilots, and then when they find the pilot they want, they hit contact. They get the pilot's phone number and email address, and they contact the pilot directly. So the pilot makes his own deal. We don't take commissions.
That's different. That's very different. Yeah. And how's that working out?
It's great. We're just at the moment we're looking for investors to take it to the next level. We want to go international, because in every country you have the same thing where you have the governing body like the FAA. In England, it's the CAA. We have to pass a test with it, and in England there's 500,000 licensed drone pilots. In Canada there's 496. Same out in America. So we want to reach more pilots, but also we want to go international with the site, which is why we're talking.
And I think that's a great idea. I mean, when we started talking about, maybe DJI is going to be out of the United States, we are just a little blip. The United States is a little blip on DJI's map here. There are professional pilots everywhere.
Yeah, well, it's a significant blip, but I mean, it's just politics getting in the way of good business. I mean, the DJI drones are the best, and rather than spend money lobbying Washington to stop them selling DJI, they should spend the money on research and development and come up with drones that are competitive.
Amen. Amen. I mean, that's exactly what everyone wants, a fair playground.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yes. Well, good. So what's if I'm a drone pilot here in Las Vegas, and in fact, I have your site here ready to bring up. I did have a Heaven and Earth song queued up here, so hang on here. Should we do that first?
Sure.
Let's do that first. Hey, hang on here. Let me. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. No, that's not it. I have too many windows open on this screen here. When was this? This was before COVID, huh?
Yes, that was at the Fonda Theatre in Los Angeles.
There it is.
Sold out show. We had about 2,500 people there.
Wow, man. Stratocasters all the way, huh?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's an Epiphone Stratocaster back there.
Yeah, I heard that in the background.
Yeah, that's a 88 Epiphone Stratocaster. Garage sale, $50.
Oh wow.
Yeah, very good. But no, let's bring up the droning company. And I was, I was really enthralled because I didn't, I had heard of the droning company. And of course, I had been to commercial UAV a number of times. And I had ran into John, of course. And I had met John with Maxwell Lee at CES a year before. I got to interview Max pretty in depth. We had about a 40-minute conversation that I got to record, and so that was really good. But he was saying the same things then that we're saying now about we need to we need competition. We need competition. That's what Maxwell Lee was saying at that time.
Yeah.
He was truly not thrilled that he was the only drone manufacturer on the floor at CES at that time here. Hang on, I'm going to get to this window where I can scroll through this. I've had all these windows open about the drone that got released today. Or yesterday, I guess it was.
Yeah, we when the DJI problem started, we had about 6 or 7 articles we brought out. Which I wrote an article, John McBride wrote an article, Chris Vic Moss, everyone in the business sort of
sure
wrote an article about how ridiculous this is.
Yeah,
I mean, to say that a drone can get military secrets is, oh God, come on.
Well, yes.
It's like saying tires from your car can give military secrets to the Japanese. I mean,
right. I mean, there's more detailed information in your car to transfer information to China.
Yeah, well, I mean, the phones are made in China. And the phones are always on. The drone's on for about 30 minutes. I mean, they can get more from the phone than they certainly can from a drone. Exactly,
and your electronic footprint is not private.
Yeah,
it ended a long time ago. That's.
So that's the droning company you've got up there. We have 2 new articles come out a day with trending news and product news.
Yeah. I want to show people how, it's a great site. I've been going to it every day since we met, So, I mean, you get really up-to-date, well-written news. Yourself, you're the main writer?
No, we have writers. I mean, John McBride wrote articles. Chris Fravel, Timothy Brazel. We have experts write articles, and I write a column sometimes. And our editor-in-chief, Mike Melenda. Mike used to be the editor of Guitar Player magazine and used to interview me for that magazine. And now, if you go to the About section, if you go to the About section, Bob.
Sure, here.
Yeah.
There you go.
If you just scroll down, see us all
here we are.
Yeah, so Michael Melenda, he used to be the editor of Guitar Player magazine, and used to interview me for Guitar Player, and now he's the one that's curating the material for the droning company.
Excellent. Excellent. And of course, John has the long history
Oh
in
yeah.
the industry. If those of you out there that don't know John, you want to give him a little bit of his history there, Stuart?
Well, John used to be a lance corporal in the Marines, and then got involved with, he's been in the business about 40 odd years, the drone industry, and he was a very keen RC participant. And then when drones came in, he sort of jumped on that. So he's probably about one of the foremost authorities on drones in the country.
Oh, I agree. Yeah.
Yeah. And then if you scroll down a bit.
Sure. Here we go.
Yeah. So there's Chris Fravel, the drone geek. And he's supplies us with our articles. Akshata, who's over in India, but she does very technical articles. Ron Morgan is our IT director and marketing director. Sam Karp is our FPV expert, and Timothy Brazel, who's a young rising star in the industry. He we met him at one of the CES, the commercial drone expos in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
And he just wrote an article about how he signed up with the droning company, and a week later got a job from an insurance company that trained him to do the work. And then he's now with he got his first job through that us. So people see that video, and it persuades them to sign up. Excellent.
You know, I mean, you know, getting a job and getting started, that's obviously, we all know that's the way you got to get started here in any industry, whether it's guitar playing or drone flying. You know, you've got to, you know, get your foot in. Get started. Yeah. Get started. So the articles that you've, you know, I mean, I'm really, you know, you get a piece of this on some other places, but I think you guys get a little bit more in depth. You know, I mean, here, this article on Don't Ground Innovation. I read this, you know, this was, you know, I mean, this was truly, you're going to set back the industry here. You know, I read this in depth here. I'm sorry, I'm such a fanboy here, but all good. So we, you know, my audience is old farts, and you know, obviously, and I never want to pin an age on that. Okay, so you know, if you, I tell everybody it's an attitude. It is not a number.
That's very true.
Okay, I've met some very young old farts, you know.
And we need pilots all over the country. There's the industry's exploding. I mean, when I started this business 4 years ago, there was 150,000 licensed drone pilots with the FAA. Now, 4 years later, there's 496,000.
Oh my!
So and I tell pilots, you know, once you've got your Part 107, you've done a bit of real estate and roofing gigs, and you've got some time behind the sticks, don't stop there. Go to someone like Pilot Institute, take courses in 3D mapping, 3D mapping, data collection, thermal, and this kind of thing. Because
yes, he has a business sense class, how to manage a business. That, you know, if you're new at forming a drone business, I mean, you really, how to get a license, how to, all the other normal things you have to do to run a business.
But also taking courses, getting certified in thermal or data collection, because that's where the higher paying jobs are. And you don't actually need a thermal drone if you haven't got one. If you get a job and you know what you're doing, you can always rent the drone, and within 2 or 3 jobs, you can afford your own.
Right. Yeah. There are certainly drone rentals out there in a variety of major cities. There's you know, you can walk in and pick up a 3 cine or something like that fairly simply, you know.
Yeah.
Good. So, should we tell people how we met?
Sure. Or is there anyone have any questions?
Oh, let me look in the chat here. Are you following the chat? I turned 60 in 3 weeks, so I guess I'm official. That's Bill Thomas. Yeah, John Coopy. Anybody have any questions here? Hi. Let's see. Who's Jim Anderson? Stephen Drones. Stephen Drones is in. I think he's in Arizona. And no, I don't see a lot of questions here, but. Let me ask you, if somebody calls me, and I know this is a hard question and probably a common question, and says, hey, I need a roof inspected. I need like 20, 30 pictures of a roof, and I mean, and you want to do an orbit, that would be all good too, kind of thing. Is that $100? Is that $200? Is that $500? Well,
we actually have articles. Tim Brazel, who I pointed out as the rising star in the drone industry. His subjects that he writes column articles for us, and he's got one which how much you should charge for a real estate gig, how much you should charge for a roofing inspection, how much that you should always get contracts. And he's
sign a contract and get a deposit.
Yeah, but I mean, a roofing inspection, depending on the area and everything else, it's for about $200 to $250. And that's what I don't like about these job agencies, that because it's devaluing the industry. People bid lower and lower to the point where it doesn't make it worthwhile for a professional drone pilot. And but they're still paying the company the $250 for the inspection. They're just not paying the pilots.
Right. And the pilot's probably getting 40, somebody else is collecting the other $210, Yeah. Hey there, Itch Sack. How you doing? You have the greatest name. Yes. So I'm also, I have worked a little bit. I have not worked a lot, but in one of my jobs, I had to learn how to go through a waiver process. And I know that's on your site too, isn't it?
Yes. Yep. Yeah, I really recommend for that sort of general information and Tim Brazel's column, because he's covered just about everything.
Yeah, I had to get away. I'm sure you've been to Las Vegas here. The police department built a training facility about 200 feet short of the Nellis Air Force runway. And they wanted an orbit of the building, and they hired me to do it.
Oh, yeah.
And it was the first time I had to call 2 towers. I had to call the regular airport, and then I had to call the Nellis Air Force Base Tower, before I took off and after I landed, I mean, and I landed in about, maybe a minute and a half, and F-16 took off right behind me.
Yeah. I've got a funny story about that. We did the last video we did for the fifth album. We were shooting the video, and I wanted some drone shots. And we're in a place called Third Encore Studios, which is this huge studio where you rehearse full shows, like lighting and everything else. And it's right on the edge of Burbank Airport. Every time we take the drone off, within 2 minutes it would land automatically, the DJI drone, because it was sensing that even though we were in an enclosed building on the
edge, you're covered from any problem. But
so he'd take it off, he'd fly. I'm playing guitar, he'd fly around me once, it would land, and we'd do it again. And
it's it's an interesting life to be not only a rock star but a drone pilot. I mean, this is it caught me. I'd been a graphic designer for most of my grown-up career. My rock and roll career really kind of ended in 1969, and I had a mentor also, and I'm ashamed to tell people who my mentor is because we have such opposing political views now. But I went to high school with Ted Nugent.
Ah.
He was really good, even in high school. He was great. My dad would drive me over to his house, and we'd sit on the twin beds, and he'd teach me stuff.
Yeah,
it was great. But all good. Well, thanks, Stuart. I want to talk. I guess we need to talk a few minutes here about the cruise.
Yeah.
I gotta tell you, the cruise is coming up, folks. If you're still hanging in here, any of you guys still watching, still hanging on here, listen, the cruise. Tonight you're going to hear about the cruise for months from now. Okay, but tonight at 5 p.m. Pacific time and 8 p.m. Eastern time, and at that time, we're hosting, along with Virgin Voyages, a Zoom meeting. I'm sure you've all been on Zoom webinars like that before, and you do need to register. And I'm going to put up a link here, and let me get this. I know I should be more organized at this, but okay.
Yeah, I think we have a link from the droning company as well.
Yeah, I think you do. Let's see. We got here. Here's the link there. If you scan that, I think we're just all doomed to be using QR codes for the rest of our lives. Okay, I think it's so convenient, I'm actually now have done QR codes from my TV set, and hang on, I'm interrupting it here, but let me run this. This is this is Adobe Firefly AI. I just typed in a paragraph. I said, I want to see, a coastline in the northern hemisphere in fall with a lighthouse, and I want some drones flying towards it. And I was just fascinated that this AI stuff can do just do that. It was like 3 minutes later I was looking at this. It was just crazy. So that's the QR code there. We'll leave it up for a little bit. If anybody wants to jump on, just click on there, and then you scroll the button that says register, takes you to a Zoom meeting form, and put in where you found it. If you found it because you're here because of the droning company, put the droning company there. If you found it because you're an old fart with drones, put the old farts. But whatever, it doesn't matter. Come tonight, and you'll see what this whole drone cruise thing is all about.
I put the website on the chat.
Good. Okay, Audrey put the website in the chat. And so we, so let me take that down. And I got another thing I'm going to bring up here real quick here. And no, that's not it. Stop screen. That's what I wanted. And I've only been doing this for about 4 years, so I'm gonna catch on here soon. Okay, I promise. I really promise. I'm gonna catch right on here. Okay, here we go. Now,
Yeah, I mean, when Bob and I connected, I thought it's such a great idea having a, because drone enthusiasts to all get together in a sort of a
Yeah.
um, sort of fun environment. I think that it was a great idea. So we said we'll help promote it.
Oh, great. Yep. Hang on, here we go. There it is. Okay, now I can maybe make it a little bit bigger, make it fit on here a little better. But yes, this is, you know, the idea is here, it's September of 26. It's going from New York to Boston to Portland to St. John's to Halifax, Nova Scotia. There's 3 days of this 8 nights here that you're at sea. So those days are just nothing but fun on the cruise ship. And then, you know, here's some shots from our last cruise we did. Last drone cruises, Marcus and Sarah and Barkley and Jenna and Julio and Evelyn and me and Audrey. And this is my cousins here. Here's the everything that's included. They always include the gratuities. There's no tipping. There's no squeezing you or anything there. You've got a beautiful hammock. You can on every balcony. Here's the prices. If you're by yourself, they got a break here for by yourself, but you get the whole cabin. Each one of these are for 2 people. 2 people for the 8 nights. A sea terrace, a central sea terrace, and XL sea terrace. The XL sea terrace has a bigger bathroom by a little bit, okay? And then the Rockstar cabins for Stuart here, they are, they start in the 5 figures there, okay? So we're going to have a great time. There's actually the schedule, but you'll get all of this tonight. And I just really want to encourage anybody that's out there, jump in, enjoy it, and there's no obligation. There's no charge or anything to do this tonight. Just jump in and find out what it's all about. Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Well, we're getting more done than I thought. How good.
Yeah, we'll have we'd be promoting the cruise in our newsletter every month right up to the last minute, and also.
And I think if you're a droning company member, make sure you put that in there. That you're a droning company member. But I know that we're going to have some droning company outings. If we can get some of our groups and our friends together, kind of thing like that. Those are, that's really it's where we really are building not just a business connection, but a real friendship, kind of thing with our fellow drone flyers. It's really it's excellent. And that, also is about the the Vegas drone meetup. Now, Stuart, you're not too far from Vegas, are you?
No, not really. I mean, it's
okay.
45-minute flight.
Yeah. Well, we're having the second annual Vegas drone meetup here in Las Vegas. We do have some great sponsors already, and we're anxiously looking to have the droning company come along too. But and who knows, it could be the Droning International Company by then. That yeah, that really, I have Old Farts with Drones is now in 102 countries, and it is fascinating that the second most popular city for Old Farts with Drones is Sydney, Australia. I mean, there are more old guys with drones in Sydney than most any other place. I was surprised. The UK is like the number 2 country. The United States was first, the UK was the second most popular country of Old Farts with Drones. I mean, I was like, how can that be? You know, I was just so happy to hear that. A lot of old farts, huh, in the UK?
I think they're everywhere.
I think we are. We're all looking for some fun, you know, and nobody wants to sit at home and do nothing. You know, that will drive you crazy. You're gonna weigh about 300 pounds. You'll definitely be an alcoholic and a drug addict, you know. So you definitely don't want to sit at home and do nothing, right? Yeah. Oh, all right. All right. Well, listen, I'm gonna say my goodbyes, I guess, Stuart. Thank you for joining.
Yeah, and
I
if anyone
really appreciate it.
anyone wants to get in touch with me, I can send them information on what we do and everything. It's just Stuart@thedroningcompany.com.
Yep. And please, you know, if you guys are looking for work, I think right now might be a good time for old farts to start finding some more, you know, occasional jobs. Can people work on the droning company like very part-time?
Well, it's up to them. I mean, it's basically they create a profile on our page, which is and people search. Also, some companies put up jobs on our job board, which our members can see and respond to. But most of our pilots get work through having a good profile that people search. They search by location. So they say, I need a pilot in Houston. They'll put in Houston, Texas, and it'll come up all the pilots in that area. They'll check out the profile, they'll see their videos, see their work. And when they pick the pilot they want, they just hit contact. They contact the pilot directly, and he makes his own deal.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Excellent.
So he can. It's down to the pilot how much work he wants to accept.
Okay. And can you put yourself up and take yourself down when you don't want to work, or
yeah.
Available times or not available, or
you can put all that in your profile, and then you can pause the profile if you're sort of taking a holiday. But what a lot of pilots do is they like to get work while they're on holiday. Why I don't know, but they'll change their location on the map so people looking in the area where their vacation is, which can't go down well with the wives saying, "Oh, honey,
sure,
I'm going to go and fly a drone.
I'm going to go make $300 over here tonight, honey. You know, then I'm going to take you for dinner. You know, it's that sounds like a good job. You know, I like that. All right. Well, good. Since unfortunately I got to skedaddle out of here tonight early, I'm getting my hands fixed. Okay. I mean, I'm going to be 75 in a couple months here. Sitting here at my computer on my with this mouse for the last 50 years, you know, has not done well with my my hands here. So I'm going to see a hand surgeon, and hopefully we're going to get fixed here. You know, that's going to be fun. All right. Well, thank you, Stuart. I appreciate it. If anybody wants to get in touch with Stuart, or if you misplaced this, get in touch with me. I'm going to, when this is posted on YouTube, I will put in the description a link to the droning company and to Stuart. Okay. So you can get to him if you need to ask any questions, or if you want to find out what's the best picks, you know, for you at the moment here. Are you using these kind with the nubs all over it there? These kind of grip your fingers kind of picks?
No, I have picks specially built for me. It's this one here.
Like a hexagon almost.
Yeah, that's
and you can slide on the sideways of it too. Yeah.
In England, when I started the guitar, that was sort of the only pick available, and they're made of real tortoise shell. They're hard to get now, but I've got a company that makes them for me.
Wow. Ooh, that's so cool. You're not throwing those in the audience, are you?
When they've because I do string scrapes and everything, so they get torn up, I just throw them into the audience.
Oh yeah. Yes, yes, yes. Well, wonderful. Stuart, it was great to meet you. I am so excited that we made this connection. And for all the rest of the old farts, let everyone know about this show and let everybody know about the droning company. And for those of you that signed up for the Zoom meeting tonight at 5 o'clock Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern time, I'll see you then. Stuart, thank you.
You're welcome. Nice meeting you, everyone.
All right. Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye.